All right, hello. Welcome to Wednesday Wellness Newsletter. It's that time again. I am Laurel Kelsey. I'm your functional nutritionist, your exercise physiologist, and I am on a mission to help people who don't feel good to take back control of their health. And I'm so excited that you are here. And today we are talking about something that I think is super important for anyone who's getting ready to either go on a healing health journey or is on one and is looking for the next step forward. And that is gut health. Some very simple tips that you can implement today or one at a time and over the next couple of weeks that they could significantly help you to be able to make it through the holidays without so many tummy aches, without feeling as inflamed, just by a couple of simple things. Okay, so here is the first thing I want you to think about. Right now, we are going to be surrounded by yumminess all around, right? That kind of seems to be part, at least where in the United States, that seems to be a big part of the Christmas holiday. And New Year's holiday is lots of goodies and treats and sometimes not as good of food choices. A lot of processed foods at parties and maybe even what we put out for our kids for the season, which that in itself, the idea of having fun and enjoying food and being with our family, all of that is really important. We want to love the things that we eat. We want our food to make us feel good. And we can create some really wonderful memories around food with our families. So that being said, if you don't want a stomachache during the next couple of weeks, what are you going to do? How are you going to help overcome and gift yourself, basically, a body that feels better through the holidays despite potential stress and all the sugar coming out and everything? So for that, we have to back it all the way up. And what I'm going to teach you now is something, 4 tips that you can do even when it's not the holidays, but especially helpful right now when we have so much sugar that's out and about and floating around. So the first thing that I want you to do is, before you even ever eat, I want you to think about the idea of making as much of your own food as possible, decreasing the amount of processed food that you allow into your life. It's going to be everywhere potentially, but you still have that ability to choose. Just because it's in front of you, you don't have to take it. So part of having a wonderful digestive tract that does its job all the time, breaks down food, absorbs the food really well to get to the cells, which is where the mitochondria is, that helps make energy for you. The very first step on the digestive tract train is your brain. So digestion doesn't start in your mouth, it starts in your brain. So step number 1 is, I want you to smell your food, and I want you to take a moment to be grateful for your food. In my house, that looks like prayer. We pray before, showing gratitude to God for what we have, and in that amount of time, we're smelling the food. Maybe we've been cooking it, but just that pause to be grateful for food. And maybe even you're noticing it right now. We're just kind of talking about food. It should start to produce more saliva in your mouth, which is getting also some more increasing the digestive gastric juices, the signaling to the stomach that food is coming. And then is the next step into the mouth. So remember, step 1, think about your food, be grateful for your food, maybe take a moment to pray. Anything that you can do to slow down and smell and think on the fact that you're going to be eating. Step 2 is chewing. Okay, so sometimes, especially during the holidays when there's so much going on all the time, it is so easy to just eat on the run or grab something and eat it quickly while you're moving around. But that's not what I want you to do. Again, we're slowing down. We're thinking and we're smelling about our food, and then we're going to make sure we're taking plenty of time to chew our food. Digestion should happen a lot in the mouth. The mouth's main job is to break down mechanically our food and start to break down carbohydrates. We have digestive juices that get released into the saliva that help to break down carbohydrates. So if you're chewing really fast and you're swallowing big chunks, you're missing out on, one, making it easier on your digestive tract because you've already broken down your food so well, but two, you're missing out on that breakdown of your carbohydrates in your mouth. Okay, so we have step 1 and step 2. Step 3, I want you to think about it, see if you can think about what could come next, and I think you're going to be surprised by the next thing. So when you have a meal out in front of you, I want you to do your very best to put liquids off to the side. 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after, enjoy your liquids, but during the time when you're eating, minimize the amount of liquid that you have, that you're taking in with your meal, because we really want to protect the integrity, the level of your stomach acid. Now, the stomach should be really acidic, and sometimes actually, and this maybe could be another day, something else we talk about, but often we might think that we're having too much acid, but actually it might be a weak sphincter at the top between the stomach and the esophagus, not the acid itself. And then we take some type of medication to get the acid to go down, and that creates a whole other problem. So, but what I'm talking about today is just really minimizing the amount of liquid that you have actually at the meal to, again, protect the integrity of the levels of your stomach acid so that there's enough acid to break down the food more. The stomach is like a Vitamix. It should be pulverizing whatever is left so it's totally liquid before it ever gets into the small intestine. But if you've swallowed big chunks or the stomach acid levels are lower than they should be, then the stomach has a really hard time getting to that place where everything is pulverized. And then maybe you might even felt it yourself, where you just feel like your stomach is heavy and nothing is like moving on through your digestive tract. That's not what we're aiming for. We want the stomach to just be roaring with the good stomach acid to break everything down. And then bonus, what should also be happening with the high stomach acid levels is protecting you from bugs, pathogens, bacteria, viruses, parasites. It should be all getting killed off in your stomach. So if you're noticing problems coming on later, like a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or a stomach gut dysbiosis and imbalance in bacteria, parasites, I think I said that. If you start to have these type of issues, don't just go run for a quick fix. Of course, we want to take care of the problem, but we also need to back it up the train and see what's going on. Maybe the stomach acid is part of the problem going on. So recapping again, step 1 is thinking on and smelling your food, slowing down before you ever eat. Step 2, whatever comes in your mouth, you are not in a rush and you are chewing well enough that when you swallow, you're swallowing liquid, no chunks. We're not going for chunks. And you might have to train the back of your tongue to be able to start to say, oh, whoa, gotta chew a little bit more before you swallow. But that's the goal, is getting to liquid before you swallow so that the rest of the digestive tract doesn't have to work as hard to break everything else down to those little tiny molecules that can actually get absorbed through the small intestine. Okay, and so step 3 is minimizing the amount of liquid you actually have at your meal to protect the integrity of your stomach acid so it can do its job without getting too diluted. And then the last tip that I want to leave you with today is, after you've enjoyed your food, your dinner, your meal with your family, then I want you to get as many people as will go with you. Or if you need time by yourself, that's okay time to do it too. But I want you to go on a 10 to 15 minute walk. Go outside, or you could even dance in your kitchen, but I want you to move. 10 to 15 minute walk outside would be ideal, where it's not a fast walk. We're not trying to exercise. We're just trying to enjoy our walk. And this movement helps to stimulate the stomach and the small intestines to help push food through the digestive tract. And I think that if you start to do this on a regular basis, whether or not it's the holidays, but definitely right now, that will be, you will find that you actually end up not having so much bloating potentially, because sometimes bloating is gas bubbles that are stuck. So again, as we move and we go on our walk, it's going to help release. As we move and go on the walk, it's going to help release help push around these gas bubbles and hopefully get them out if they're there. And also a bonus, when you go walking after you eat, it goes such a long way towards helping you to keep your blood sugar balanced. Okay, so those are the 4 tips. Maybe I'll just throw a bonus one in because I'm thinking about it right now. So lucky you're here because I didn't put it in the newsletter, but with your meals, always think about protein, your healthy fats, your fibers like your vegetables. Eat those all first, and then relatively close, enjoy your desserts. And if you're going to have desserts, just, you don't have to overindulge. You can still enjoy, but do it with your protein and your healthy fats, your fibers, your vegetables, because it will help to slow down the spike of blood sugar that comes from eating the dessert. So extra bonus. And then of course, go on the walk again. All right, I hope this is helpful. Quick review, overview. Again, we have think about and smell your food as step 1. Then eat in a calm state and chew really, really well all the way till you have liquid to swallow. 3, minimize the amount of liquids that you have during your actual meal, so you're protecting the integrity of your stomach acid so it can do its job. And then 4th, go on a nice, easy, enjoyable walk by yourself or with others. It'd be great if you helped others to go do the same thing. And I just want to hear how it goes for you, and if any of these tips or all of these tips, if you find them helpful. If it seems overwhelming to do all of them, just start with one. And once you got one down, then you can add another one in. What I do want to say though is, as we're talking about gut health in general, if you are finding that part of your chronic health symptoms that you're having is always coming back to gut health, not feeling good in your digestive tract, then this is something that you really have control over, that you can work on a lot. And I would love to invite you to come tell me in just a private, quick, one-on-one phone call. Tell me about what's going on. And if it seems like a good fit for my private Premier Case Study and Action Plan program, then I will tell you about the program, and maybe we can help you work together to help you start feeling better, to get your energy back, to get back to doing the things that you do, to enjoy more foods without feeling so yuck. There are so many things that are in your control, and that's part of what I do when working with people every day to help them get everything put back in order. I really don't think it matters. All the last 20 years that I've worked with people, it seems to always come back to the basics, to lifestyle habits and to gut health. So no matter what your issue is, whatever chronic illness you're dealing with, wherever you are in your health journey, if you have not worked with someone yet to back it up all the way to your gut health and your lifestyle habits, we need to talk. And I am so excited to be able to help you do that. I've definitely have been on my own journey, and I've learned a lot of things that I've helped myself to be feeling better. So I know what it's like to be in a rough spot, and I don't want you to be there anymore. You don't have to. Tomorrow can be better than today. So you can sign up for that free consult if you want. I'll drop the link below in the description. If you're on my newsletter, you can go grab it there too. And also, I do have a free ebook on how to decrease stress in your life and improve your mental health. And that will also help you with your gut health just by doing some better stress management. So if you don't have that yet, go grab it. I'll drop the link below also. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to talk to you next week. And if there's something that you really want to learn about that has to do with helping you on a healing journey, then I'm here for you. So let me know what that is, what topic that is, and I will try to address it. All right. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas holiday, and I'll see you next week. Bye.